The really interesting thing in your book, because I had never seen this before, is that you're not sold that every script has a midpoint.
I have looked for it in some of what I consider really great films, and I don't always see it. This concept came from Sid Field, and the way he used it was he divided the whole script
Right.
in half. The way I used it was I divided the second act in half.
Right.
So usually there's a different dynamic. The first half might be lots and lots of trouble, then it gets smooth, or lots of smooth, then it gets trouble. And that's one easy way to
Like an Act
divide it.
2A and an Act 2B type of a thing.
Yes, and I
Okay.
found it more helpful for writers to divide it that way, because that second act gets so unwieldy.
Yeah.
That using that midpoint. But I have thought, like, one of my favorite films is Witness. I can't tell you what the midpoint is, and I know
Interesting.
that film really well. I knew Bill Kelly, who died some years ago, and I know Pamela Wallace, and just can't find. And sometimes people say to me, "Why do you love that film so much?" Besides the fact it's probably one of the
Yeah,
best
it's
structured
Witness.
films ever.
It's good.
Yes, but
Yeah.
my husband proposed to me in the middle of the barn raising scene.
Aw.
So of course I loved
Yeah,
it.
of course. You're a little biased.
Middle of it, he turns over and he says,
Aw, that's
"Well, when
beautiful.
we get married?" And I said, it had never been when, it was always if, and suddenly it
Aw.
was when. And so I said, "Oh, good, it's very special." But I had gotten to know Bill a bit, and then later Pamela, and Bill was quite a character, and a character in himself, and I really liked him. It's not like we were close friends, but we did
Yeah.
occasionally have lunches together. So
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, it's an interesting take to split it in half. I have to agree with you. I found most writers I've worked with that haven't really utilized subplots properly, they crash at like page 45 in a script.
yeah.
They get like mid act two, and then it just spirals because I think act two is the make or break on whether or not you've developed your script or not. If you've developed it enough, you can get through it.
Yeah, and that's the hardest thing for writers. You got to keep going and you say, I have to keep this act going twice as long as my act one or act three. Often act three is the easiest because you're moving toward a culmination and you know what that point
Yes,
is.
I agree.
Act two is you start to dally. I have this thing, don't dally, and definitely do not dally in act three. So, and that's where the midpoint can be very helpful, because you have a halfway mark.